Wall Street has just posted its biggest monthly percentage gains since November 2020, with the rally led by technology stocks and commodities. Joining me now is business reporter Edward Boyd. Ed, good morning. This follows a pretty strong month for the local share market as well.
ASX 200 jumped about 6% in the month of July, so pretty strong performance from the local Aussie share market, but it was not as much as how big the growth was for Wall Street, for the three major market indices over in the United States. They had a tough start to the year. The first 6 months the markets were down, but here it is in the month of July. Huge surge. You can see the Dow Jones up almost 7%, S&P 500 up about 9%, and the NASDAQ index up about 12%. And the NASDAQ, that's technology stocks. So tech stocks have had a torrid year. They've really lost a substantial amount of value. However, in the month of July, they've started to bounce back. So the NASDAQ up 12%. It's still in bear market territory, which is where an index from its peak to trough has lost more than 20% in value. So it's still around that bear market level. So it's still pretty low, but it's starting to come back. And we're starting to see that impact on the Australian market as well. So the ASX 200 up about 6% in July. Today, the local market's higher as well. It's up about 0.3% in early trade. And again, it's technology companies in Australia that are performing pretty well this morning, Tanika.
And Ed, we've got a big week of economic news ahead, led by the Reserve Bank's August board meeting tomorrow.
There's only 5 RBA board meetings left for the year. Tomorrow, the expectation is the Reserve Bank board will lift the cash rate in Australia from 1.35% up by 50 basis points to 1.85%. We know they're going to keep lifting the rate throughout this year, probably getting to about 2.8% by the end of this year and potentially peaking at 3% towards the middle of next year before the cash rate will eventually start to trickle back down again. But we know the RBA is dealing with rising inflation. We saw the inflation figures come out last week, so they're going to keep needing to lift the cash rate for the rest of this year. So that's the big event tomorrow. Then we have some new vehicle sales numbers on Wednesday, which are a good barometer check for the economy and how people are spending money. And then Friday, the Reserve Bank will release its statement on monetary policy, which is basically its economic forecast. So we'll get their forecasts for where inflation might go for the rest of this year and, more importantly, economic growth. Danica.
Another big week ahead. Ed Boyd, thank you.